so welcome back. I got some of these foam mats. Put them together like a puzzle. I've been having a lot of feet and ankle problems. I think it's from being down here in the basement. So the last couple of weeks I've been having issues with my feet and everything. And I think it's because the last couple of weekends I've been down here in the basement on this concrete floor. And I mentioned before in some of my other videos that I have chronic pain in my feet. So I'm going to try to put this down right where my workbench is. Right where my workbench is for now, and then if it seems to help my feet, I might buy some more for the rest of the shop. When I first moved the hobby shop down here, I got these thin ones, and they didn't seem to work. What I did is I just put a small section right where my workbench is, and then another little small section right where my other workbench is. So hopefully that helps with my feet problem. You know, like I said, the last couple of Saturdays I've been standing in this spot right in front of my workbench for hours at a time. I'm shooting in the dark here, but I'm hoping that having these pads down here will help. So I'm not sure if you caught on to that movie line from the Mrs. Doubtfire. Help is on the way, dear. So, great movie, by the way. I'm working on another tote bag today. And I've been playing around with what I should do here. I think I'm gonna go with it. So I got the purple Zen, and I'm adding another pocket to the front. But this time I'm going with a brown patch and brown straps. I think I'm gonna be sewing this on, and of course sewing the pocket on. It'll look pretty nice. I think it's gonna come out pretty nice. I wonder if anybody else could help me. I wonder if anybody I wanted to ask see if it's someone out there could help me. I want to make some hats up with leather patches on it, and I don't have a laser to, you know, burn in the logo, or would a leather stamp work if I cut the shape of the patch and use some good veg tan and see if I can press in my logo. I think it'll look better if it was burnt in. I wonder if I could heat up the stamp if I get a stamp made up. But this is what I've been working on. It's a real common, popular patch. And I've been messing around with this. Been messing around with that today too. Trying to come up with something, but I like to send this. I don't know how I'm going to get that patch done. I'm not sure if a stamp if I had a stamp made up and maybe used my my heat gun, some type, kind of like hold it with something, heat it up with my heat gun, and then put it in my press and see if I can press that in there. Or if I send it to somebody with a laser, I'm assuming that I'm going to have to use their leather or something. I don't know what to do. Please help. You know, all the money I spent on this hobby. I'm sitting down here earlier and realize that there's only two tools that I use on a regular basis more than any other tool in the shop. I mean, I use them all the time, and both of them are under $10. Wing dividers. I use this thing for measuring, marking, stitch lines. I use it for a whole bunch of stuff. And then, of course, the scratch awl. Use it for everything. It's always in my hand. These tools are the most used tools, at least in my shop. Hands down. Both of them under $10. Well, I don't know how much this wing divider costs. I don't remember, but not that expensive. Definitely this was under $10. I want to get another one. I don't know if anybody can suggest another scratch awl. I want to get another one. So if anybody has any ones that they really like and could share that with me, I'll pick up one. I also want to thank everybody that reaches out to me through Instagram. I'm not a social media type of guy, and I'm really happy that I set up that Instagram thing, app, or whatever you want to call it. I get a lot of people that watch my YouTube channel, found me on Instagram, and I get so many comments. I get people that tell me their story about how they can relate with me because they're new into this leathercraft. I get people sending me tips. It's extremely helpful, and I feel like I'm gaining a lot of friends. I've been so happy that I did the Instagram. I get a lot of questions on the Texo sewing machine, the 2750. I get a lot of questions on that, and then people ask me about Emma, about my granddaughter that passed away. I just get and then all the helpful tips. Got a tip the other day that I think that was really helpful. See how I make up most of my tote bags. I do cream or tan thread on my roll seams around the pockets. I even do them on the handle, I mean on the strap. And what I've been doing is, you know, when you're sewing your bag up, I don't know if this is the way people do it, but this is how I do it. But I got a tip from somebody. When I sew my seams up on my bag, I'm always using the same cream or tan color thread. I don't know how they caught on to it on my video, but they noticed that I was doing that, and they said if you switch up your thread to a darker color thread on your seams here, so when you fold it inside out or pull it inside out, if you pull on that, you can actually see the tan or the cream thread a little bit. At least on my bags you can. I don't know how to prevent that. I mean, you have to really pull on it, but you use a darker thread and it won't show up as bad. I never thought of that. So I'm learning every day. You know, I think most people like me that are doing this craft, this leather craft as a hobby, or maybe even you're doing it as a side gig, we're pretty much self-taught. I never got the chance to work along with a master leather craftsman as an apprentice, or pretty much everything I learned was through some type of social media, YouTube, Instagram, and just, you know, trying to get little bits and pieces from each person that you're learning from, because what I've learned is people can, there's no one way to skin this cat. No matter what product you're working on, from tote bags to wallets to belts. I mean, I watched so many belt makers make their belts completely different from the next guy. So I'll find my way somewhere in between, I guess. But you know, like the thread thing, I would never have thought of using a different color thread on the seams, or whatever you want to call it. Makes sense, right? I like to tape my little patch thing, and I actually tape on my pocket as well. It's a little harder on these soft tempered leather, because everything moves. It's a learning curve. So that's what I'm doing now, is I'm gonna put some tape on this and get that centered up on my tote bag, and I'm gonna put some tape on this, get that centered up, and then I'll be working on that, I guess. Well, if you made it this far, thank you. I guess that's all I got for you guys today. Catch you on the next one.
Built this thing from the ground up out of nothing.